Hello guys, so here we are with another unboxing video. So this is going to be a very short video. This is the only package in this collective haul, so it's not really a collective haul. It's just a Paysable haul. I did get a new microphone, so let's see how that audio quality feels. Mainly, I'm looking for consistency when I move the camera up or down, because before using the phone microphone, it was kind of hard to balance the levels. I did get a new blade, and I also got new lights, but I still, I don't think I'll ever have good lighting. It's just never going to work out. All right. Ooh, so this is going to have my name right on the top, so I'll be right back. Okay, so here are the Lucy albums. So this is going to be their own video, so I'm going to take this out. So here we have two Pocamarket packages, and then a very few amount of envelopes. So like I said, it's not going to be nothing crazy. So here is, I ordered 12 Lucy albums in total, but the 9 I have from Makestar, I had them do inclusions only. Okay, so let's start with the Pocamarket packages. So these are all Lucy photo cards. I'll start with this one. This is the heavier one. So I actually, for the first time ever, got to the limit for Pocamarket. So if you don't know, the max you can order is 40 photo cards, and then anything after that, you have to start a new shipment. Okay. Okay, so for the one Lucy Stan who watches my video, I finally learned all of their names. It took me long enough. Okay. So this right here, this is Gangwil, the drummer, aka the person who's in the military. Sorry about that. I was filming in 60 frames per second, but in my monitor, it was so behind. It was kind of throwing me off, so I switched it to 30. I don't know if you'll notice, but anyway, so this is Gangwil. Actually, I don't know what album this is from. So here, this is also Gangwil, but this is from Childhood. So originally I was only going to get the photo cards for the albums that I actually own. And I don't own Childhood, and it's not in print. So, but I decided just to collect everything, and if I so happen to come across a copy of Childhood sealed, well then I'll just have an extra photo card. So this is from Hayes. Is this also? This is also Gangwil. Oh my gosh. I swear. Oh, I guess I didn't know. I didn't say it, but I am collecting OT4. There's Gangwil again for Boogeyman, the first Lucy album I ever bought. Okay, I guess maybe they did it by person or something. There's this card from. Okay, this is one song. So bad, the American slash New York, New Jersey wants to say one sang. No, yeah, sang to the one song, but this is his card. He is my bias in Lucy. And it's so strange how this happens. I watched a live performance of, I forget, one of the songs from Bunjang, and like, I don't know, it's just like the way he sings, it was like so like emphatic and like so cute. I was like, oh yeah, that is my body. Okay, this is Sing Yup. You can kind of see the light, the new light. I don't know. Another Sing Yup card. This is from. I'm so glad I have this microphone because normally I'm like leaning into my phone to make sure that like I'm close enough to pick up my voice. But now, oh, I didn't mention it's a live mic, so it's clipped onto me. Oh, I didn't know these were double-sided. Do I not have any of these? Cute. This might be from Insert Coin. Wow. I'm gonna zoom this in just a little bit. I think Ye-chan, he has such a striking visual. It's like, it always catches me off guard sometimes. Not always, sometimes, but sometimes it just catches me off guard. Not here, but like in some of his signatures, it looks really good. Like I didn't notice it until I was rewatching my Wanjang Chung video because I got a comment on it, and it was such a sweet comment. And like I wanted to pull this card so bad, and I never did. But I got a comment, and I know that unboxing was a mess. Oh, look at the little birds. So I rewatched it. And oh my gosh, I was such an idiot. Like I didn't know the member names. Like my butchered Korean. Oh my gosh, it was such a mess. Okay, you're gonna think I'm crazy for like the one person who cares, but sometimes I swear he's giving Hisu. All right. This is also from, not also, but this is from Wajang Chung. A little message card. I'm going kind of slow because I don't have very much to unbox, so I might as well just savor this moment. Because, like, I completed it. The only things I did not buy was their first, their second, how do I explain this? It was their second single, but it was their first album with like member inclusion, I guess, based off the template I used for Snooze. They included lenticular cards, and they're impossible to find. Like, and even if you do find it, it's like $50, $60. I'm like, oh, I am not paying that for a lenti. It's not even gonna look good in the binder. At least from the earlier album, right? Oh, this is from childhood. So yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. I guess right now, I guess I'm just not collecting them. I'm saying since those are lenticulars, I'm not collecting them. But I think there might be a photo card set in that album. If you got a full set, the template I was using doesn't include any of the cards. Like it didn't include the insert coin action cards. It didn't include the platform boogeyman cards. So there might be some photo cards in there. But I don't know. Like I said, it's out of print. Well, I didn't mention that album specifically, but pretty much anything. I mean, yeah, like their stuff goes out of print pretty much a couple months after the album release. Like even Hayes albums or from albums are out of stock now. So here's ooh. I said this before in like a very old unboxing, but if the card is double sided, I like to have like some kind of graphic or something on it, so it's just not like a random photo or something. There's this. Is that Budweiser? Fun fact: my aunt used to work for Budweiser, and we used to get a lot of perks. Like we got free tickets to Busch Gardens and SeaWorld, and like they did like this amazing company picnic like every year. But that is off topic. Alright, so we have one thing. Also, it's kind of funny that like my bias is the bassist, not even a violinist. But I feel like Ye Chan does bias wreck me a lot. Here's his randomly blue card. This is one of the earlier albums. This might be from Blue, actually. In other news, so it is November 29th. In the last video, I'm pretty sure it's the last video, I talked about how Caesar's greeting sign was coming up for the wind, and I was nervous about the fan sign. So they mixed it up this year. So kind of circling back, so A-Pink and The Winner are on the same label, for better or for worse. And they had their A-Pink had their season's greetings. Oh wow, look at this one. See what I mean? That visual. But anyway, A-Pink had their season's greetings done with Soundwave, and they announced theirs early in November. And I was thinking in the back of my mind, will the Wind do the same thing too? Turns out they did. And not only did they announce it early, there was no group fan sign. I mean video call. It was just a one-on-one with extra slots. So I really like this disheveled look. So I really threw a lot of things out of whack for me, because I had this plan to like, go all in for the one-on-one when there was only 2 slots. But I was like, well, now there's 5. What do I do? So I decided to scale it back. So I ended up doing 36 total. And I did get in to the fan sign. And I also did win the Polaroid, because Soundwave, they tell you ahead of time, which is good. And there's only 1 Polaroid for the 5 winners. So there's no guaranteed Polaroid. So that was kind of a downside. But it didn't matter because I got in. But then I kind of remembered when I won Soundwave for Stacy back in March. When I sent my proof photo, I always block out my expiration date on my passport, because like for Everline, Mini Record, all of them, they just want your name and your birthday and your picture, obviously. And I remember when I won back in March, they said, oh, we need a picture showing your expiration date. Mind you, my passport was expired. But when I sent them the other photo, they didn't say anything. They just accepted it. So I was like, okay. But like, there's always that doubt. But sure enough, after I sent in the picture of my passport, they responded back to me that, they needed the passport that wasn't expired. And I was like, oh, crap. And I tried to explain to that person, that poor Soundwave employee, that I have used this passport. Oh, look at this makeup. It's kind of like dark, like moody. But so yeah, I tried to explain to them that not only I've used this for other stores, I've used this for Soundwave, but like they just kept telling me the same thing. I was like, you know what? Fine. And I kind of fibbed a little bit. I was like, okay, well, I applied for a new passport, but I don't have it yet. And he was like, well, when will you have it? I was like, oh crap. So I told him 4 to 6 weeks. So this was Monday night. So I'm like, oh crap. So I got to get a new passport. So luckily, this was like 6 weeks in between then and the fan sign. So I had time. So that night I'm like, okay, crap, what do I do? So I had kind of looked up how to do the passport online. So you could take a picture online, you can submit online, do everything online. So I was like, okay, but you need a white background to take the picture, which I don't have. So I ordered a white blanket on Amazon. I did not sleep a wink that night. I was so stressed out. I'm like, I just spent all this money on this fan sign and I won't be able to get in. So the blanket arrives at like 5 a.m. and like I'm trying to steam it to get the wrinkles out of it. And like it was a hot mess. But I take a picture and upload it to the website. It rejects it for like 10 different reasons. I'm like, oh crap. So then this is a cute one. I like this set. I think this is for insert coin. But this is a good photo card set. So then I'm like, oh crap. So then I go upstairs to the laundry room and get the ironing board and the iron, and I spray starch the heck out of this blanket, trying to make it as like smooth as possible. And I just come to the conclusion that there's no way. So I was like, okay, if I go to Walgreens, oh, this is a tight fit. Oh wait. Hopefully this is at least outer sleeve, because the page I want to put this in, they're not what I'm trying to say. They're not standard size sleeves. They're like the double sleeve size. Oh, okay, well we'll see. But yeah, so long story short is I go to Walgreens, I take the photo, I apply to get my passport, and like by the grace of like the universe, I get my passport literally. So I put in an application on the Tuesday. It got like the application was received on Wednesday, and I got my passport Thursday, like Tuesday. So like less than a week, which makes sense. Like it's a passport, just print it and send it. But they were kept saying 4 to 6 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks, and I thought even if I tried to get the expedited service, just to like make sure I get it in time. But no, it took less than a week. I did pay like the $60, no, the $25 for the expedited shipping, but I didn't pay for expedited processing. So that was stressful. So I submitted the new passport, which is kind of funny. You can see the difference between like the 12 years where I'm like, you can like the stress on my face on my new passport. You can just see it. And now it's immortalized for the next 10 years. Wow, he looks different here. He looks like a hype boy here. Like one of the TXT or something. I don't know. No. Oh, I know who he looks like. I think he was like Lucas from NCT. Well, he's not in NCT anymore. But anyway, so that was very stressful, but it all worked out. And now I have a passport. So now like going forward for any other applications that I don't have to worry about my passport being expired, because some stores clearly state that your passport has to be valid. And I wanted to catch them in the live. I was going to be like, where in your website does it say that the passport doesn't have to be expired? And it does say it. It does. But now I don't have to worry about that anymore. Ever again. Also, if I do ever want to take that trip, now I have a passport. Right, so I kind of blobbed a lot, but these cards are, OT4 for all the albums except for the very first one, and obviously except for Sunflower, because that's the album I'm going to unbox after this. I love this. This is probably my favorite set. Look at that. How can you not like that adorable face? All right, last one for this package. We ended it with Ye-chan. He is definitely my bias wrecker. I feel like he could be like definitely like, look at this smiley face. I feel like he could definitely be like Hisu's older cousin or something. All right, so let's open the second package. There's only be like 4 cards in here. Okay, so here's this childhood card. So the reason why this is separate is because I thought I was going to get this card with like a lot on Bunjang, but for some reason I ended up not buying that. Oh, because I could find it on Deliver Korea website, but not Paysable's, that listing. I don't know why. But also, it was expensive, so. Alright, here is an older card. I had told myself I wasn't going to get these unless I could find the other 2. Luckily, I found the other 2 via either Bunjang or myself on Twitter. I can't remember. And yep, here's a Gungil again. In terms of like popularity, looking at like photo cards and availability and stuff, I think Ye-chan and Sungyup are the most favorite, like the most popular members. And maybe Gangwil is the least? I don't know. Also, he's the Maknae. I don't know why he went to the military first. Yeah, I think age order is Ye-chan, Sungyup, Wonsang, Gangwil. I think. Alright, I'm going to try to find the other... Well, let's just go through the envelopes, whatever. My greatest fear is that after all of this, my sound isn't picking up. I can see that the mic is connected to the receiver. But, like, there's no indication that there's actually sound coming through. I did check before I started recording, though, so... What's this? Oh. Okay, well, this is not Lucy. This is Hisu. So this is the Our Youth Teen broadcast card. So actually, I just bought the signed set of broadcast cards. So funny story. So back when Our Youth Teen was wrapping up, I had a pretty good rapport with this one seller. And she was telling me, I was brand new to buying PCs, new to like broadcast cards and all of that stuff. So she came to me, she was like, hey, you know, I have, and she was kind of secretive about it, which kind of threw me off. She's like, I have signed broadcast cards. I have all of them. I was like, what do you mean you have all of them? And also at the time, I wasn't, you know, as irresponsible financially as I am now. So I was like between being kind of weirded out of why she had every broadcast card signed up all of a sudden and trying to save money, I kind of declined. But now I know is that it's a fan cafe event, which I don't know why she just didn't tell me that. Pretty much that if you go to every broadcast, you get you're like in the running to win that prize. And she still have them. So, like almost 2 years later. So, because I was reaching out to her to buy more duplicates for the duplicate binder, completely forgetting about those signed broadcast cards. And she said, by the way, I still have these. And I was like, oh, you still do? And like, I mean, she was so nice. She was like, you know, just whatever price you want. And like, I didn't want to undersell it, so I just asked for 80,000 won. I felt like I could have gone lower, maybe, but that's still a good deal, because that also included the price of the cards I was buying from her anyway. So it's kind of like I got those 3 full cards for free, but that's the story for another unboxing. So here, so these are the other cards for the gacha. So like I said, I was able to get them, so I was able to get the other 2. So I got the other, I got all 4 of them. 2 from Pocamarket, and then these 2 from K-Twitter. And it's funny how like in their early era, they were kind of like experiment with their hair colors and stuff. And now they don't do that at all. Actually, there's more here than I thought. What the heck? I guess there was 16 packages overall. Actually, I don't like this. I don't like this at all, actually. I should have... Okay, so this is a duplicate. I accidentally bought 2 of these, like an idiot. I might put that in my Our Youth Team photo card holder. I don't know. Whoa, what's this? Okay. So I really got lucky. Ooh, wait, do I have this? I have that. Okay. So yeah, so these are very rare. So the only one they had on Pocamarket was this one. And same thing with the gotcha ones as well. If I can find the other ones, maybe I'll get it. Or I was going to get this one anyway since this is my bias. But luckily there was a seller in Bunjang that had all 3 of these. It's kind of funny because they had like in a 4-pocket page these 3, and like the bottom right was empty. Bottom left was empty, but there was a photo card behind it. But in my mind, when I sent the screenshot saying, okay, I want these cards, obviously I want these, but the one behind it was sold. That was a mess, but luckily I had this. So let's take a look at these actually. So here, so specialist singer, sing because he's the singer, the main vocalist. So you have kindness, power, humor. And then here, raccoon. I guess that's a inside joke or something. Okay, so here we have Gangwil, all-rounder except for violin. So law performance practice. I hope these fit in the sleeves. I mean, in the pockets that I want to put these in. I'm going to be so sad. Here's the HAN, violinist, leader, fashion, selfie. And they did send these freebies. I don't need them. So I actually pulled them like 3 times. I think I pulled this one too. But then they sent this, Dear My Muse. But I don't think I have this one. So now I'm like, well, I have to get the other 4. The other 3. This is Gangwil, right? Yeah. This is definitely, yeah, this is from Haze. Hot, Haze, Fever. What was one of those? Okay. Yeah, I don't like this blade at all. Oh, I've gotten something. Oh, well. I was gonna say I've gotten something in this, I've gotten something in packaging like this before, and I think the same thing happened except the right out. Okay, so this is more Hisu dupes. So like I said, I got a signed version of this, but this is gonna go in the Hisu dupe binder, not the signed item binder. Here, another broadcast card. We have this card. This is a good steal. This doesn't match anything, so like it's kind of hard. It's gonna be hard to make a spread with it, but I mean, how could you not, right? And I do have the matching pair to this one. And I have this one. The matching pair to this one's like impossible to find, but I would really want it. Oh no, but yeah, this blade is terrible. We gotta go back to metal. Porcelain ain't it? All right. I was about to say, okay, here it is. I was about to say I knew there was supposed to be a signed Hyunjin in there in this package. I was about to freak out. But here he is. I guess I'll put him here for now. This is kind of going all over the place, but I can organize it later. So that's for the dupe binder, of course. All of these are for the dupe binder. I'm not going to really spend too much time. Oh, speaking of, to remind you of this card. So I think I'm getting scammed again. So remember how, I think it was last video, I told a story about how someone reached out to me about a signed Hisu Polaroid and I missed it. Well, they reached out to me about signed Hisu photo cards from the birthday cafe. And I know that is custom that, you know, he sells all his stuff at those cafes. So it wasn't far-fetched to me that they would have signed cards, and they showed me the proof. And this, the funny thing about this is, so at first it was like one card. I was like, yeah, I want it. So I bought it. And then he had like 3 more cards for sale. But one of them was like the horizontal one and the signature was kind of smudged. So I was like, you know, I don't want that one. So I bought the other 2. But when I went to pay, first it was maintenance period. So I had to wait until like 11:30 EST. But then that was the day that PayPal had the auth issue. So for like, what's this? So for like a little bit, I couldn't pay, but they kept rushing me, which I guess that's like the red flag. But like I said, I bought from them before, so I didn't think too much of it. I kind of trusted them. I bought a Polaroid and a signed PC from them. But yeah, and I was like, you know what? Okay, I was like, well, if you can't wait, you know, just sell it to someone else. It's fine. Because like they were just like hounding me, like, can you ask your friend? Can you do this? I'm like, girl, give me a second. And they was like, but no, I already packed your order. So like, okay. So then I finally got in, finally paid them. And they were like, oh, do you want this other card? I was like, I wanted to be like, I thought you said you already packed my order. Oh, what's this? It's candy. I don't know if I would eat this. But yeah, anyway, that was like 2 months ago. And like, sometimes sellers just take forever. But then the biggest red flag of them all is that they changed their Twitter account to like be pretty much blank. And they locked their account. So, and they're not responding to any messages. So that's fun. Alright, so here are the cards from Wajangchang. No, sorry, Wachangchang. I found out what these do. So if you scan this, it takes you to a short, and it's like a wake-up call. So here's one sign. And sign up. So I might scan these after this. Or maybe when I put them away. Also, there is that one other package I was kind of waiting for to ship this, but like they just take forever to send, and I knew that going into it, so this is my bad. But you know, I was just curious. So before I did this consolidation, I did reach out to them and I said, hey, are you sending this anytime soon? This, by the way, this is for more Hisu dupes. And they were like, oh, I'm not in Korea right now. Like, why? I paid you like a month ago. Why didn't you send it before you left? The seller is so infuriating to work with, I swear. But like I said, I knew this going into it. So here we have this Sungyup Boogeyman card. This was not on Pocamarket, so I had to go elsewhere for it. This is actually a good deco. Normally, I don't like deco top loaders, but this looks really good. She really ate that. All right. So, hopefully I'll have that package before season greeting ship. I'm kind of confused. I thought it sounded like season greetings was gonna ship mid-December, but the fan sign isn't until January 3rd. So, oops. Also, I don't know what I'm gonna do about the unboxing for that because there was Oh my gosh. So there was 4 pre-order sets for season greetings, and I got OT6 for all 4 of them. But for K-pop merch, I ship to myself because it's just always easier to ship to myself with K-pop merch. So I'll definitely have that before the other. So I don't know if I'm just going to unbox that. But I want to have all of the pops in the video. So I might just wait. I don't have, like, I have a contact, I guess, for the offline fan sign pops. I just didn't pay. I didn't pay for them yet. They don't want me to pay until they get it, which is good, I guess. But to me, that means I don't have it secured yet. So that's annoying. And then they also did like Taiwanese event. So I helped my friend buy a set for the POBs. And then that same person I want to buy the offline fan sign for. They're going to get the other set. But the Taiwan stuff isn't happening till February. So I am not waiting until February. That will be its own separate video. Or it'll be in the collective haul, I should say. Okay, so here we have some Hisu dupes. So here we have so much our youth teen. So much. I feel like this is a dupe. This might be a dupe. I don't know. I was so close to having a full spread. This one. And this. Last but not least. I think this is the last dupe I have in here, actually. Actually, there's this. I don't know what this is. What the heck? They said Pepero. I always wanted to try it. Where? Was this from Bunjang? Oh. That's kind of crazy because on Pepero Day, which is 11/11, Hisu sent a bunch of coupons for fans to like redeem. So it's kind of funny that with his photo card, I got this Pepero. I don't know if this was on Bunjang or what. I don't know. But anyway, so here is this photo card. It actually goes with this. Oops. With this set. But I already have this. It's already stored in the binder. I am very curious how this tastes, but I don't know if I should eat this. I think it's sealed in a bag, right? Okay. Second to last package is this STAYC POB set. So, like I mentioned in the other video, that they actually did a fan sign with the trading card packs, and it's so cheap. You kind of get, like, you can either think of it, you got the pop for free, or you got the trading card pack for free, because a trading card pack is $5. And normally the cheapest you're going to pay for a pop is $5. So I did not get in with 5 albums, with 6 albums. So, but this set is so cute. So here we have Sumin and a teddy bear. I don't know if this is like an important teddy bear or just like a random teddy bear, but it was Hello Live. I go there. Here is Shein. They're literally still doing pop sets for I Want It. I think they might have announced the last fan sign. I don't think so though. I really think, I know they had one for like their anniversary. I thought about trying for it, but I think that might have been too competitive. Here's Sayun with the ginger hair. She's like platinum blonde now. Obviously, I'm not opening the trading card packs because I have all the photo cards already. There is that small chance of pulling like the special QR card, but I don't think it's worth it. Oops. All right, last but not least, we have Jay. So now we have like my 3 top groups: Stacy, Lucy, and Owen in the same frame. Okay, so here, this is a very exciting package. So I actually had a friend reach out to me. Okay, let's back up a little bit. So before I opened my copy of Only One Story, I did see like a mutual of a mutual, a friend of a friend, so to speak, unbox their copy. And they did pull a album Polaroid, and it happened to be Hisu. And I will admit, at the time, I was kind of jealous because I didn't pull any yet because I didn't open up any of my albums. So then, like, literally, well, it's been like, what, 9 months now? That mutual, who, like, you know, we're both mutuals. So, like, she reached out to me. She said, hey, are you still looking for a Hisu Polaroids? And I told her, I said, I'm always looking for a Hisu Polaroid. So they were actually selling it. So, and I bought it. And like, I tell you, it was so cheap. It felt illegal. Like, it felt so wrong. Like, I'm telling you, it was like, ended up being like $15 USD. I'm like, are you kidding me? I even told her, I said, because like it was such, the logistics is kind of weird because a lot of countries aren't shipping to the US because of tariffs, because of like pettiness. There is no other reason, because the tariffs is always passed on to the customer. So the only reason why they're doing that is because of pettiness. But anyway, it's hard to ship from Indonesia to the US. So I had them ship from Indonesia to my K-addy. And I was like, you know, if it's difficult, I'll pay you extra. Because, like, I mean, like, for that amount of money, like, there's no getting a Polaroid that cheap ever. But anyway, so they shipped to my K-addy, and literally it got from Indonesia to Korea in like 2 days. Like, it was so fast. Now we're adding it to the list of countries I bought the Win stuff from. So obviously South Korea, Japan, Thailand, Indonesia, Singapore. Oh boy, the things I do. This was packed really well. Okay. So we have some freebies. So you have some stickers. Is it the Win? Oh, it is, I think. This person, well, first of all, this whole time, like I said, we're mutuals of mutuals. So I've never really talked to them directly, besides I had a question about the Seasons of Greetings Polaroid. But they do so many group orders. Like, they do group orders for everyone. Like, they do for the Win, for Stacy, for like Highlight. Oh, this is from Chosuk, I think. There's Chanwon. There's Hyunjun. I'm not even looking at the monitor. Oh, we got Kirby. Kirby Hisu. I don't know if these are stickers or paper. I think they might be stickers, but wow. I know one is freebies and one is like the main attraction. I don't know which is which though. So actually, they were selling a couple of them, and like I said, they were so cheap, and like I know they were trying to get like sell them, so like I'll just buy them all. So in total, it was like $45 USD, and then shipping to Korea was like $20, and like they were kind of concerned about how much it cost to ship. I'm like, it didn't matter at that point. Like, Even if the shipping was like $100, it still would have been worth it. Oh yeah, these are the freebies. Really bad. Oh well, this is one of the Polaroids I got. So Hyunjin. All right, so we have some freebies. So we have STAYC. Is this a? Oh, this is a real photo card. I don't know if it was printed or what. Oh, Make Star, Hollow J. This aren't a surprise. They showed me in the proof, but nice to see it. So yep, here's the Hyunjin Polaroid. I'm not gonna take it out of the plastic for now. Yeah, so here is Hyunjin signed KCON card to go with the Hisu one I got, I guess. That's how I'm gonna set it up. And then last but not least, this is the Hisu one. Actually, it's the same outfit as the one I pulled myself, so yeah. Alright, so that is it for this collective haul. Well, sorry, I keep saying collective haul out of habit. This is, I guess, Paysable K-addy unboxing number 2. The first one I did was like 2 years ago. But yeah, next up will be actually, I don't know which one to go up first. Either the Sunflower Lucy unboxing or this unboxing. I don't know which is gonna come up first. But then after this, we'll do our storing photo card video, and then after that, it's nothing until season's greeting. So, unless the one has to come back before then, which at this point, who knows? So, until the next time I pick up a collection from scratch and finish it in one day, I will see you later. Bye.